Hello, welcome to quarantine edition of Stage Makeup. We are in a bathroom today and I have my phone taped to the mirror, so I hope this part works out for you guys. This is actually take two because the first one did not work out, so hopefully I have a better angle on it this time. We are going to be doing a very easy, just straightforward beauty stage makeup. We're going to be using all of the colors that we made in the last video. I've got all the colors there. I'm going to be using some very basic sponges and really just a couple of brushes. So this one is a little bit bigger. I'm going to be using that for the eyeshadow. And this one, it's got a pretty stiff tip on the end, and you can see it's pretty thin. So we use that for a little bit more coloring, and we'll use it for the lips and the eyeliner. Okay, so now to begin, like we do with all makeups, we're just going to do a basic base. And remember what I have said is that my base is not one color, it is actually two colors mixed together because I'm weird. So I'm just gonna start with that right now. Part one. Fair is part two. And I'm going to use just the back of the same brush. So I just kind of dabbing it on there, and then I mix them together. Actually going to use this as well as a little bit of concealer. Now my eyes are pretty dark underneath, so I'm going to add just a little bit, not quite mix it all the way in, right underneath my eye. Nose. Okay, and then we powder. Okay, and then I have this towel here that I like to just use to kind of lightly scrape anything that might be there away, get it all mixed in. So there we go. Nice clean face to start with. Now I'm gonna go eyes, cheeks, lips. So first I'm gonna start with the eyes. So I'm gonna take this bigger brush, make sure it's cleaned off. And then I'm gonna take the green. And what we're gonna do is layer. We're gonna do green, powder, until we have a bright enough pigment that I like. So I'm just gonna take some on both sides of the brush and then just wipe it on my eyes, starting at the bottom of the lid where I get most of the pigment. And then as some of that falls away, go a little bit higher into the lid crease. So whenever you open your eye, you have that crease there. You want to get it pretty good in that. And then lightly bring it all the way up to the eyebrow. But you're not going to want as much pigment at the top as you do at the bottom. So I always start from the bottom of the lid and move my way upward. Too much, I can just simply use my finger to fix that a little bit. I also want to get really good in the crease here. I do this because my eyes are smaller, so the closer into the nose I go and the further out I go, it makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. So we'll end up doing a cat eye with this today. Okay, so once I get some on there, I'm going to take my powder thing here and just gently put that on there. Now, because we made this with the coconut oil and the Vaseline, that makes it a pretty sticky mixture, but as soon as you add the powder to it, you get a much smoother easier one that doesn't come off. All right, I'm gonna go round 2. This time I'm really focusing on the eyelids themselves and moving up into that crease. Okay, now when I do a cat eye, I look where my eyebrow ends. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna make that our angle. So anything that comes out, it's gonna come out pretty much straight down from the eyebrows themselves. So I will take right off of the edge of my eye here and go up. And from the crease and over, you can see that angle right there. So I use the crease to go towards, and then the bottom of my lid to come out towards it. So you have the crease coming up to the point, crease coming up to the point, and then the side of your eye meeting that point. Much like that. And once again, we powder. Now you can see right below the eyebrows, every time I put powder there, it does lighten that up just a little bit more and more and more, which is what we want because we want a light color down to a dark color. Okay, now I'm gonna just take my rag here, and because of the kind of makeup that we made, it easily comes right off. See? So I get that pretty clean. Then I'm gonna take the blue. Now the blue I'm gonna do right in the crease and right here, and it's gonna help with that cat eye. So that crease. Come in flat side of the brush about halfway in and all the way to the side. Okay, powder. And repeat. And because I want it to be green and not blue, I'm gonna add one more layer of green. And it's okay if there's a little bit on the brush. It'll just blend it pretty well. But it did take a second to get a little bit off. And then one more time, all the way across, trying to even out that pigment. Like that. And powder. Remember, this is a stage makeup, so we are going to be a little bit further away from one another than we would right up close and personal, so it is a little bit different than just regular makeup. Okay, now we're going to do the black for some eyeliner. So I'm taking this thinner brush, the one that has the little kind of a hard end there, and I'm gonna get real nice and good on the end and a little bit up onto the brush. I'm gonna see like that. And I'm gonna do some eyeliner. Now again, remember, this is stage makeup, so it's not gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna try pretty close. See a little bit of that pigment. And then underneath, and what I do with the underneath is I bring my eye out and I start right here in the corner, and I'm gonna bring it from the corner straight out. That's what gives me the cat eye effect. It doesn't come from the top, it comes from the bottom. So I'm gonna go from the corner of my eye up, and then I'm gonna bring the top of it to meet it. So that gives me place to stop. Place to stop, you can see. There that goes. And then I use the black to just kind of fill in from the top, so. Now, it is a little messy. That's where the powder comes in. And across the bottom. Some powder. Powder them real good again. Okay. Second time with the black. Check in here. All right. And before I powder again, I'm gonna add just a little bit more green because that white has taken a lot of that pigment color out. And it'll just help everything to come together. Okay, and I'm gonna powder one more time. This time I'm not gonna use as much powder. There's the beginning of her eyes. To finish the eyes off, the only thing we didn't make that I'm going to be using besides the base is just a simple mascara. This is just a drugstore one I bought for like $2. And it just helps bring out the darkness around your eyes. And look in. That works out pretty well. All right, and on to our next part, which will be our cheeks. So I'm gonna use this color, and I'm using just a pink sponge here, and I'm gonna go right across the zygomatic arch on both sides. I'm gonna bring a little bit in and then just kind of let it go down. So, to give you an idea, much like that. Right along those cheekbones. And then blend it in. A little bit of powder. And again. Like that. Now to the lips. Okay, I'm gonna use the same black one, same that I used for the eyeliner. And I'm gonna take the pink color I just used on my lips, get a little bit on there, and I'm gonna try and use it as a lip liner. Right on the outside of my lips. Now we're going to switch to the hot pink. I'm just going to get a little bit of pigment on there. And this one takes a lot of layering. There's still a little bit on my brush, but I am going to powder them again. Make sure there's none on the teeth. Just a little bit more color. You can use a rag, you can use a toilet paper, you can use really whatever you have around. Paper towel. Mwah. All right, last thing we do, powder the whole face. Take my rag one last time. I'm gonna close my lips. And that is one whole theater makeup.